Good day, everybody. Welcome to game number 3 between Venezuela and Puerto Rico in the World Baseball Association 2024 playoffs. In the divisional round, Venezuela winning the first two games at home. Win the first game 3-2, winning the second game 4-2. And now on to game 3 with Puerto Rico looking to need to win this game to stay alive in this series, at least have a fighting chance. Jonathan Sanchez is on the mound for Puerto Rico. He went 12-9 with a 4.04 ERA over the course of the regular season. Anibal Sanchez will be pitched for Venezuela. He was 15-10 and won the clinching game between Desert City in the wild card round. We're going to get this game going right away. Lineups are essentially as they were. Vizquel's back in the lineup. Altuve struggling at second base. He's back in the lineup, and we'll see if he can. Altuve could get out of his doldrums with a couple of days off. So here comes Altuve, then Vizquel, then Acuna Jr. Wind is blowing left right at 10 miles per hour. Fairly sunny day today. Here's the pitch. Struck him out looking. Nice pitch there. And Sanchez, Jonathan that is, get things going the first out. The 3-2 to Vizquel. Swung on a miss. He strikes him out. Nice slider to end the inning. Not the ending inning to get the second out. Acuna 11 for 27 in the playoffs, 2 homers, 7 RBIs. And hit the ball really well in this series. Here's the 2-2. Struck him out, and this time he strikes out the side to start the ball game. Lindor, Alomar, and Clemente to come up. Lindor's been quiet throughout this playoffs. They're going to need him to do something special. Struck him out. Nice fastball. Alomar drives it to left, playable by Cabrera for the out. Roberto Clemente, the 0-1 pitch to him. Drives at the right field, but playable for Acuna to end the inning. On to the second with Cabrera, Gonzalez, and Perez. Cabrera drives at the center. It'll be caught by Beltran for the outs. Carlos Gonzalez with the 2-2. Ground ball to third. Nice play there by Mike Lowell. That'll be the second out. Salvador Perez with a pitch. Drives it the other way, and he guides it to left to right, excuse, for a base hit. There's the first hit of the ball game. Galarraga coming up with a 1-1. Ground ball to short. Lindor will throw to first to end the inning. And not much there for Venezuela here as we go to the bottom of the second. As Puerto Rico looks to stay in the series, but they're going to have to get their bats going. Delgado's just 3 for 16 with a solo homer. But 289 with 28 homers, 91 RBIs. He needs to get his bat going. And he hits it over the head of the right fielder, Acuna. And he's in there with a double. They need him to really awaken with his bat. Juan Gonzalez first ball hitting. Drive to left. There's a base hit. And Delgado will go to third. First and third, nobody out here. Ivan Rodriguez, the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Mike Lowell's 415. Couple hits last game. Has home run 3 RBIs in these playoffs. Here's a 2-0. Drives at the right field, high but deep. This will score the first run of the game as Mike Lowell with a sacrifice fly RBI to score Delgado for the 1-0 lead. And so he gets the job done and gets Puerto Rico on board. See if they could be more constructive way of getting things done here. Offensively, Beltran 1 for 16 this postseason. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball right to short, who will step on a bag. Spinning the ball better, but still not getting any hits. Puerto Rico scores a run as we go to the top of the third. Suarez, then Anibal Sanchez, then Eduardo Escobar. Swung on and missed, strike three. And Escobar enters the ball game after ejecting Jose Altuve. Looks like it's the case here. That was a wild turn of events. I didn't even notice it. Anyway, Sanchez coming up here, the 1-2. Jonathan Sanchez with a quick strikeout. That's second out of the inning. It's fourth. What is it? It's fifth of the game. Eduardo Escobar now coming in. 2-1 pitch. Drives it to center. Caught by Beltran to end the inning. And Venezuela's offense has been tamed so far. Sanchez, then Lindor, then Alomar. 1-2, and down he goes. Nice sinker. The 0-2 to Lindor. Ground ball to second. And Escobar to pick up the ball, throw to first for the out. The 2 and Alomar. Drives it into the opposite field, into the corner, and Almar's in there with a double. Clemente with let's see if it gets something here. Lines and there's a base hit. Almar running. He will score. And a 2-0 lead on a clutch RBI single with 2 outs. Two-nothing lead here. Here comes Delgado, who doubled and scored on a sac fly. A drive the other way. They lost it, another base hit. Maybe the bats are starting to warm up here. Gonzalez singled. The 0-2. Ground ball to short. I'll throw to second. Nice play there by Vizquel, but they pick up another run. And through 3, Puerto Rico up 2-0. Vizquel, then Acuna, then Cabrera. The 2-1 to Vizquel. Ground ball right to the pitcher, who will not make a play. And infield hit here. Acuna 0 for 1. Here's a 3-2. And he walks him. First and second, nobody out. Miguel Cabrera, the 2-2. Swung on a miss and he got him. On a change, strike 3. Pablo Sandoval to come in and pinch it for Carlos Gonzalez. The 1-1. Weak pop up. The catcher's under it. Nice play by Rodriguez for the second out. Perez singled the other way the last time up. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball to first, but this will be played for Delgado. Throw to the pitcher to end the inning. Sandoval 0 for 1. And some changes earlier as Venezuela tries to shake up their team. Abreu to come in and play. And we'll most likely get some at-bats here. Rodriguez, Lowell, and Beltran. The 0-2. Ground ball to short. Nice play by Vizquel. Throw it out. Good defensive play there. Lowell with a sac fly to score the first run of the game. It was a drive to center. This is playable for Abreu. He's not used to playing center field, but he makes the catch here. Beltran, a 3-2. Oh, he walked him. The pitch to Sanchez. Drives it to center. Playable for Abreu to end the inning. And nothing doing for Puerto Rico in the bottom of the fourth. Top of the fifth now. Puerto Rico up with the upper hand, a 2-0 lead. Galarraga, the 0-1. Drives it to left. Playable for Gonzalez. There's our number 1. Suarez, the 2-2. Swung on a miss, got him. Sanchez. Got him, struck him out. Another couple of Ks there. Bottom of the fifth, Puerto Rico looking to add some insurance runs here. The 3-2 to Lindor. And a hard hit ground ball that Escobar tries to get. Wasn't able to field it. Was well hit, but they'll give him an infield hit here. Almar, the 2-1. A bunt. Got him. So Alomar with a sacrifice. Clemente drives it the other way for extra bases. And Clemente again strikes with an RBI double. They've taken a 3-0 lead here. And Venezuela here starting to see that this game's starting to seep away from their fingers here. Delgado's 2 for 2, a 3-0, and he gets walked. Gonzalez with 2 men on, the 1-0. Ground ball third on the second for 1, and that'll be it. A force play to get the second out. That's first and third. And still time for Ivan Rodriguez to do some damage. Here's the 0-1. Drives it to center. This is going to be extra bases. 1 run's going to score. And an RBI double for Ivan Rodriguez. It's like Anibal Sanchez is getting it hard here. And Lowell, the 1-1. They balk in a run. A balk. Unbelievable. Bottom of the fifth. A balk called. Gonzalez will score. To the dismay of manager Ozzie Guillen. Lowell, the 1-1. Weak ground ball. A weak pop-up, excuse me. For Galarraga to any inning, they score 3 runs in the fifth. And they're taking a commanding 5-0 lead here. Escobar, Vizquel, and Acuna. The 1-2 to Escobar. Oh, caught looking for striking. Nice fastball in the outside corner. That's strikeout number 9 for Sanchez. Here's Vizquel. Drives it to center. This is going to be over the head of the center field. That'll be extra bases. In there with a double is Vizquel. The 1-1 Drives it for extra bases. Acuna will drive in the game's first run with an RBI double. We got a 5-1 game here with one down. Cabrera, the 3-2. Swung on and missed. Strike three. That's 10. Bobby Abreu, the 2-2. Called looking for strike three, has struck out 11. Well, Venezuela does get a run. 5-1 through 5.5. Beltran, then Sanchez, then Lindor. A 3-2 to Beltran. Here comes Hector Rondon to pitch. It was a drive and a base hit. Hector Rondon to come in relief. Here comes Sanchez, get a chance to bunt the runner over. That's exactly what he does, is he throws as the bunt successful to move over Beltran. Lindor, the 1-2. Swung on a miss, struck him out. Alomar drives it to right field. This is playable. That'll end the inning. As Venezuela is a bit unscathed in all this. To the top of the 7th. Maglio Ordonez now comes in. He'll come in and play center field here. Hopefully, he might even get an at bat. Take a look at the stat line for Anibal Sanchez. 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Rondon has pitched a clean inning so far. Perez, Galarraga, Suarez, then Ordonez. As Sanchez has struck out 11 through 6. The 1-2 to Perez. A weak pop-up at second. Alomar's under for the out. The 0-2 to Galarraga. Ground wild pitch strikeout, but a strikeout 2-3 for out number 2. Here's Suarez, the 2-2. Struck him out looking. He has struck out 12. 12 Ks for Jonathan Sanchez. And he shuts down Venezuela once more. Puerto Rico goes down hitting here. Here comes Clemente, Delgado, and Gonzalez. 2 for 3 with a couple RBIs for Clemente. Drives it to left, playable by Cabrera for the out. Delgado's 2 for 2. And he hit him. He's on base. 1 for 3 for Gonzalez there. Here's a 2-2. Swung on a miss and he got him. And Rondon is dealing. Ivan Rodriguez. Ground ball to short, throw to second. That'll end the inning. Another successful inning without giving up a run here for Rondon. Ordonez, Escobar, Vizquel. The 1-1 to Ordonez. Drive to right. This is playable. Out number 1. The 1-2 to Escobar. Struck him out. Number 13 for Sanchez. The 0-1 of Vizquel. drives it to right, but caught by Clemente. There's the final out of the inning. And again, 13 Ks for Sanchez. Lowell, Beltran, then Sanchez. Gives Mirapeta to come here, leaving Rondon pitched 2 quality innings with a ground ball up the middle by Mike Lowell. Here's Carlos Beltran, who's finally singled here. Maybe might get out of his doldrum. There's a weak pop up to short. Playable for Vizquel for the first out of the inning. Will they keep Sanchez? And they will. The 3-2. Struck him out looking. Nice fastball. Lindor, the 1-2. He hit him. And I don't want to see any beanballs here, but another guy gets hit. The 1-2 to Alomar. Ground ball to short. We'll throw to second. That will end the inning. And nothing across for Puerto Rico as we head to the top of the 9th inning. With a score of 5-1. And Jonathan Sanchez still in the ball game. For Rondon, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Here's Mirapeta, 1 inning, 1 hit, also 1 strikeout. We'll see if we could get Sanchez could get the final 3 outs here. The 1-2 to Acuna. Ground ball right to first. Delgado will step on the bag for the out. Cabrera, the 2-1. Ground ball to short. Lindor to Delgado for out number 2. Ramon Hernandez is coming in pinch hit. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, struck him out. 14 strikeouts for Jonathan Sanchez. Unbelievable. Great performance there by Sanchez, giving Puerto Rico the 5-1 win. Now this series is a 2-1 series lead now for Venezuela, and a much needed win for Puerto Rico at home. Final stat line: 1 run, just 4 hits, 1 error for Venezuela. Puerto Rico, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Jonathan Sanchez. He goes to 2-0 this postseason. Anibal Sanchez falls to 1-1. No saves in this ball game, no holds to think of. No home runs were hit. And a very big win there for Puerto Rico to keep their playoff chances and to stay in the series alive here, as they did a very good job of doing that. What a brilliant performance. Jonathan Sanchez with 9 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 14 strikeouts. The win and the complete game. Boy, did they ever need that. We'll be heading on to game 4 at some point. Thank you for listening to this this broadcast today. Please follow us on World Baseball Association on YouTube. Please subscribe. It'll be a pleasure just to provide you with these games of the World Baseball Association 2024 playoffs as we look to see who's going to be our new champion. As Florida has now been eliminated, there will be a new champion being crowned this year for 2024. We'll see what that will be. On behalf of yours truly, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our World Baseball Association YouTube channel. Take care. See you next time. And as always, keep smiling. Bye, everybody.